Emergencies can come at any time, and it's important to be prepared in advance. One of the essential things you can do to prepare for emergencies is to preserve and store food. In this step-by-step guide, we will show you how to preserve and store food for emergency use. The first step in preserving and storing food for emergencies is to assess your food needs. You need to determine how much food you will need for each person, how many days you are preparing for, and the type of food that you will store. You can store canned goods, dry goods, or freeze-dried foods. It's important to choose the right storage containers for your emergency food supply. You can use plastic buckets, glass jars, or Mylar bags. Whatever container you choose, make sure it's airtight and can keep the food fresh for a long time. Once you have chosen the right storage containers, you can start preserving your food. You can preserve food by canning, dehydrating, or freezing. Canning involves placing the food in jars and sealing them. Dehydrating involves removing moisture from the food, and freezing involves storing food in a freezer. Now that you have preserved your food, it's time to store it in the right place. The ideal storage location should be dry, cool, and free from direct sunlight. You can store your emergency food supply in a pantry, a basement, or a closet. To ensure that your emergency food supply remains fresh, you need to check it regularly. You can do this by checking the expiration dates and rotating the food. You should also keep an inventory of your emergency food stockpile and mark the containers with the date of storage. Preserving and storing food for emergency use is essential to prepare for unexpected events. By following this step-by-step guide, you can ensure that you have a steady supply of food to keep you and your family well fed during emergencies.